Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away by pulling some symbols first, and we're going to jump into the coffee cup. By the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me today. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up and go ahead, hit subscribe and the bell. Subscription is a free way to support the channel, and bell helps you receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Commit is a strong word here. It comes off with a moonflower, let's say, with a lot in a koi pond. I was going to say sunflower, but it works either way because it's surrounded by beautiful stars. Stars are wish fulfillment, so I feel like the universe is giving you a green light so you can actually start moving forward with your plans and start taking action. Or if you don't have any plan, you just have an inspiration and idea, start to plan it out, okay? It's just a commitment is necessary in order to start seeing the results. And we have remember, while you are committing yourself, also remember that there is something here for you. We have a beautiful tree growing, and there's a tea right there, taking a break from life time to time. And also it can be remembering why you started doing this. That's also something important, I feel. If you are thinking maybe you started already committed yourself to something, and now you're standing in the middle of the road and saying, why did I even start this journey? There was a reason for that, okay? So it tells you to go back to that reason and find that. And every time if you feel like you're getting lost on the road. Okay, we have inspire. You have some inspirational thoughts. It seems like, I don't know if you can hear my cats. They're little bunnies fighting on the background. I have two little boys. They're like 6 months old. So they do what the boys do. They just beat each other up. So we have the inspire here. And so if you have any inspirational thoughts, I need to interrupt them. Inspire shows up here to remind you that you have something to be inspirational, even if you're feeling not that it's maybe you're looking for an inspiration, but it seems like you are also inspirational. And I feel like this is about sharing yourself, authenticity. I don't mean exposing yourself to the humanity, because in today's world, social media turned that into not being an inspiration, but being like exposing everything in your life. That's not what it is. Inspiration is, we have a piano playing on the top of the moon, is something that you have innately, that you can be an inspiration to others and also to yourself even. And it doesn't require you to show everything that's happening in your life, okay? Because I think that just blog culture spread to the social media vlog now. People are sharing their day-to-day, but that's not real authenticity, guys, okay? We have passion here. Exactly, that's what I was talking about. There's a passion that you can share, and that can be your inspiration and other people's inspiration. So maybe it's time to explore that tiny bit. We have a person here standing. They're showing up maybe as a ghost here. This is someone that you're not really seeing right now, okay? This person is standing in an unseen place, and they might be sending you some vibrations, or they might be actually contemplating about coming towards you. And when they show up, they're coming with clarity. So they might have a plan in their mind, and when they arrive, they're going to let you know. For some of you, this can be a proposal. How do I get that? I see a lady standing on the hill here. There's a masculine figure coming up with a magic wand. She has a little bag in her hand. So I said lady, but it can be any gender here. But I see a masculine and feminine exchange, which means that she's wearing a beautiful gown. She has a small bag in her hand, kind of reminded me of the fool carrying a bag. So this is maybe a new journey that you are actually going to decide to go commit yourself to. And it seems like there is an offer coming forward. The magician holds a wand, and that can be a Virgo or a Gemini that is showing up for you and maybe coming to you with a beautiful offer, or maybe even helping you in the journey. That's why it can be anyone. It can be a good friend or a business partner if this is a business idea. It can also be a life partner showing up there. And there's a hierarchy here. Feminine energy is actually standing on a higher level, which I think is the balanced way of doing things, even though it's a little bit like a positive discrimination when it comes to feminine energy. But feminine is the creative part and actually the thinking mind, and the masculine is the one needs to go out there and take care of things, get answers, and take action. So if this is your mind and body that we're talking about, your mind is the feminine side, your body is the masculine side. So you must put the mind on a higher level. The ideas, the plans, and structuring things and setting up goals should be in the first, and then the action should follow. That's how also it can be expressed here, okay? Another thing I see, that when you get the proposal, there is like a crone actually appears here. Looks like the hermit, a Virgo vibe again, or can be like an older lady, an ancestor above you, or we have horns above her head. This can be someone, maybe a Capricorn, but I felt wisdom vibes here. Good part about this is this can be a person that you can get a good advice from, and they're like covering over you. There might be someone like basically behind you and supporting you, and it seems like this person is going to like protect you at the same time from something, maybe like a rain coming down. Okay, I see there's another person here, kind of reminds me of, I forgot the name of it, one of the American presidents. I forgot the name of him, but you see on the money, maybe, I don't remember now. So the one with like a small beard, I think he was Appalachian. I heard somewhere, one of the first ones. And the thing is, this person is wearing a wig, or like they have longer hair, meaning they're like in between, but they have, you can see the beard on his chin. So this person has maybe even like a book open up on top of their head. This can be someone knowledgeable, and I feel like they have a gentle heart because of the person he reminded me. Abraham Lincoln. I think it's Lincoln. Yeah. So that's like, the book indicates that this person has a big knowledge on top of their head. Can be someone who even has like a diploma, license, or something, and they're coming with their gentle attitude, and the book is like forming like a, I believe, like a roof over their head as well. So this can be someone maybe teaching about homes, houses, buying, purchasing, selling, or maybe a house situation. Maybe they know how to repair it, but this is not really a regular character when you look at the housing market, or maybe if this is a home related thing. This person has like a much gentle attitude. They're showing up here in a very light and a short period of time. Maybe this is someone that you're going to get some advice from. I see on the bottom there are 3 bears side by side. This can be like a family issue that this person is going to maybe advise you about. After that, I see there are 2 people shaking hands. They might be even coming forward to, this person might be showing up to maybe take care of a deal. Okay, maybe there's an argument or a disagreement happening. I said like family or home. It can be home related as well. I see there's a ring behind these 2 people shaking hands. Somebody like an older woman bringing a ring here. I see a letter C, like Cecilia, can be their first name or the last name. Behind her, there's like a legal paper, can be, or a letter V as a victory showing up. So it seems like the commitment, the ring can symbolize commitment. Ring can also symbolize a contract that you're going to be signing, and this person, like somebody else's, there's a third person showing up here. This can be a soul contract as well. The person that you're shaking hands with can be a new person that you're actually starting to get to know, and that's why you have a distance in between you. It's not like side by side. You have like handshake and a distance. So that's why there's like maybe you're needing a third person to give assurance that maybe like a reference, this person is going to be good to you. Okay, I see there's another person here. I don't know if it's a lady or a gentleman, but I see a skirt again and a big hat. Hat symbolizes authority. Skirt can go either way, because I think the Hierophant in tarot also wearing a skirt too. A dress. dress. The Pope actually wears a dress, right? A long dress. It might be called a different thing, but it's a dress, guys. So I feel like here, like it's in a fashion sense. So but this is a big one. It's like a Marie Antoinette type of like a massive gown I see here, but in black. This can be someone who's mourning because their hat is covering their face as well. And when you make your deal, this person is going to show up, okay? I don't know if this person is someone who is, you have a barrier between them and you. Maybe someone that you had a beef, or maybe like you couldn't, beef means actual disagreement. I'm watching too many TikToks these days. That's why I feel like I'm using these words. You have like a disagreement with this person, and it seems like they're actually on a horse right here. There's a big horse. The whole horse is mourning too. You have between you and this person. What happens here is you're going to come up, like they're going to come to you with a deal. So this can be someone maybe mourning something that you always wanted to have. They took it, but they couldn't really, because it wasn't meant for them. It didn't last in their hand for a long time. And it seems like they're coming with the horse to maybe return it to you. Okay. Or to maybe, like give you something equivalent to the what they take away from you. Equivalent. I'm having a hard time to pronounce that word. So it seems like they also have like there's a woman behind them. Her nose is like one to be in there. Women, men, doesn't matter gender. But the thing is, I see at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to end up smiling at this deal. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. And I see a mind appearing here, a massive head and neck. 1, 2, 3, 4 different good news coming from outside sources. Your mind, you might feel like I don't have a clear idea, but you can see the inspiration here and the commitment showing up like in as a circle here too. So I feel like here inspiration is not only for you to get inspire. I feel like you pick up inspiration as well from some desires here. How you might be thinking, how am I going to pick up the inspiration from a desire? Most of the time, that's how the inspiration actually flows to us. You maybe for example, you have the desire to be a famous musician. Then when you start to feed that passion, the idea of rhythms and the music, the lyrics starts to actually flood your mind. Your job is to be passionate, commit to it, hear those things that are coming to you. And I feel like here, as you see, the neck is right there. There's a neck right here and a mind. You're doing what it takes, okay? And the double barrier tells me you are not letting that go, sticking to it. You can see the snake here. Snake can be also healing. Sometimes healing comes through art or personal expression. And I'm going to tell you, it's not limited to art. Even though we think that that's the only way we can express ourselves, we can use math or science or other types of anything that humans can touch in exploration and or breaking a record. Those are all self-expression, I believe. Even like working in a lab and researching pathogens and such, that's a way of self-expression if you're doing it as a passion, okay, for yourself, for humanity. That's a way to express passion, and which also expands. And the more you work on it, the more inspiration comes to you. Let's see what tarot has to say. I wonder who these people are. We have 4 of Cups here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. As soon as I said the people, let me tell you who they are. Some of them, especially maybe the women with the big dress showing up like mourning something, and she's bringing the horse, a sad horse, back to you. This can be someone who disappointed you, really disappointed you, but still you have the heart like here. It says pink halite. You have the pink rose quartz here. Someone you still feel love for, acceptance for. It can be like a family member or like a close friend. But the thing is, there's disappointment there. I feel like with the 4 of Cups energy, they didn't do something they were supposed to do. They didn't deliver the cup they promised to you. Okay, that's why you feel maybe a little sadness, but you're not really dwelling on it, but they're feeling a lot of despair, maybe because they didn't do that. We have Queen of Wands here. Guess what? When you let go of something, and when you think you're losing something, when something you desire doesn't arrive, it seems like in your case, it is going to bring much more confidence to you, like something, because it's going to redirect you to something that is a better passion for you. That is going to be something that is much more soul feeding, or something that feeds your soul better, is actually going to come forward. So that's why nothing actually happens for a bad reason. I think everything has a good reason to happen here. That's why when the Queen of Wands, the confidence, the passion, the inspiration comes, you need to, like I said, with the feminine energy, receive in the mind, and the masculine energy, take action with the physical body. We have Two of Wands here. Two of Wands wants to come with the King of Wands. King of Wands and a bull right there. Bull is physical energy, guys, like with passion, with a physical energy. It seems like when you start planning out, when even before the thing starts moving, okay, to grab your pen and paper, what would your day look like if you would have had what you wanted to have, or if the things played out the way you want it to be, or maybe you're living that life. Make a plan, daily plan. What would you do? What time would you wake up? Where would you go? Who would you talk to? Seems like that's what the King of Wands, the masculine, the feminine energy is going to think about it. And the masculine energy, you are going to start receiving inspiration, action points, maybe even you're going to find yourself in the right place in the right time. When you have a solid plan, seems like the universe is ready to deliver what to do, how to get your desires, okay? It can be even like guessing the right winning numbers. But the thing is, what would you do if I get that winning numbers? What will be your routine, okay? That's what the Two of Wands have. Planning energy, writing things. I even feel like it's writing things down energy. Let's see your final card. Seven of Wands is, and after you make the plans, you need to really protect what you have created. Even if anybody shows up and tells you that, oh, it's impossible, you can't do that, you're on a higher ground. And some of those, we have a lot of fire energy. They want to maybe distance you from your passion, because they cannot handle your fire when you're successful, when you're doing good, when you're feeling light and breezy and also happy and joyful. Some people cannot really reach to that higher level, so they're going to try to bring you down. But it's also your own job. You don't have to attack them like she does here. If you need to protect your boundary, saying yes, no, I don't want that, yes, this is my idea, I'm sticking with it, whatever that you need to say, but doesn't mean that go down with their river, to the bottom of their river, okay? Just do not argue, basically. Or do not try to convince them that you're worthy of your desire. We have here Sky Dancer. It says surrender down the river. You're going to get to the right place. So this, when I say surrender, some people understand it here as like laying down all day and not do it. No, that's not surrender is. Surrender is, for example, while you wake up, you're making your coffee, and a friend of yours and said, you know what, let's have our coffee outside. I got 2 coffees here, or let's take a walk around the park with our coffees in our hand. That's surrender. That's going with the flow if you don't have anything to do, okay? Or if you're going to work, like you wanted to do something, you wanted a chocolate croissant, if your health allows, going there and getting it, okay? Just instead of, no, I should get whole wheat, super healthy, no gluten. I mean, I think whole wheat has gluten, bagel or whatnot, okay? So do not challenge your inner child, basically. We have Me Talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. So that applies exactly to what I just talked about. And so going with the flow, surrender to the flow, do the sky dance, and give yourself time, your body, your mind, to recover from day-to-day exposures that we're actually facing. Falling angels, spiritual narcolepsy, this keeps showing up. I feel like we're going through a time that I told you, like the social media, the scrolling nation. We're now the whole world, as universally, we're scrolling nations now. And if you are falling in that hole, basically, you need to wake yourself up, because that's what narcolepsy is. Like, you fall asleep on the wheel. Basically, you fall asleep without control. You need to control that. And finally, I'm going to pull a final spiritual message. Heart, home, compassion. Get back to your heart space and answer the questions from there, okay? Also, compassion is, first of all, self-compassion. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. You can think of or do things that are not really aligned with your desire, and come back to the center every time, okay? That's where your heart home is. Let's see what spiritual message that you need to know at this time. A father's love. This is the masculine energy, guys. A father's love doesn't have to be limited to your father, or like maybe you don't have a great relationship, but it doesn't matter. Its father represents an authority, a masculine authority, okay? A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquite quantifiable. You can think of this as the creator of all that is as well. In that it can be tapped into any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. Father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience, okay? This, like I said, it can be also what you're feeling about like the divine too, okay? What you're expecting from divine as well. You can connect with it anytime. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.